Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about moochdocking, and we are in the perfect situation for that. What is moochdocking though? So moochdocking compared to boondocking, where boondocking is generally out in the boonies, so you're not connected to anything, you're kind of off grid, you could be up in the mountains or seaside, but in this case we're generally mooching off of some services, maybe it's water or power, and in this case, well, we've got power, which is a very nice thing, especially since we're expecting some snow here. And we're very fortunate that we have just enough space, and let me show you why. This is the sidewalk line here, and our 24-foot, 7-inch trailer, just barely right here. I mean, we maybe 3 inches here, 2 inches, if that, but let's show you the back. Of course, this is a garage here, and we've got some room up here, but there's maybe 2 inches right down here between the bumper and the brickwork. So it is pretty tight. It is a perfect scenario. Any bigger, I don't know that we'd fit. It is very nice that we can moochdog here because, of course, on a cloudy day like today, and with our truck disconnected, we're not getting enough solar. But what this does allow us to do, given that we're connected, is we have about 15 amps available, and I'll show you how. But we can run our water heater, we're running our fridge off of electric, we're running our heat and AC because the temperatures have been all over the place. So we're not using any propane, which is really nice. And we can also run our air fryer if we need to, although it is nice because we can go ahead and use some of the facilities in the house. And so we actually filled up with water and dumped our tanks before we came here. And so we don't have to, we're not really worried about showers and things. We're going to use those facilities inside, but if we need them, they're available. Power is what we're using the most. And this is how. So this cable kind of wraps around the front. You could also run into a garage or wherever there's an outlet, but we've got our regular 30 amp cable that connects into a 15 amp adapter here, and they have smaller ones. I kind of like the little bit of extra length here. So we go ahead, we plug this guy in, and then the rest of the magic happens inside. So our unit has the Victron Multi-Plus system, which is really, really nice. So it's going to go ahead and balance the power coming in, plus our batteries, which are great. We have 700 amp hours of batteries, but if we take a look, we are at about 95% state of charge. And at this point, it goes ahead and it pulls in as much solar as it can to compensate, because we don't want to be solely relying on their power and not, using the solar that we can get. So I have it programmed to do that. And we can watch our AC loads. Like right now, 358 watts. We got DC loads of 64 watts. We're still getting 179 watts. But what this does is it says, hey, don't pull any more than 8 amps at 120 volts. So we have set ours to 14 amps. It doesn't pull any more than that. And the circuit that we're on is a 20 amp circuit. So we're very well within the safe limits and the safe for the outlet or any extension cables that we're on. We want to go and be a little bit modest with it. But this also allows, so at any given time, right now, for example, we're not running our air conditioner. But if we were, of course, that might pull, our unit will pull about 800 watts. That's well within 14 amps. But then the fridge is going to add on to that, and they have duty cycles, so sometimes they're both on, sometimes one is on or the other, or sometimes neither are on. And when that happens, it'll go ahead and just make sure that the batteries are topped up to at least 95%, and then solar will take care of the rest. The water heater is also on, and that can run 2,000 watts, but that might only run once every, let's say, 4 hours or so, which is kind of cool. That'll pull 2,000 watts, and if it's not getting, say it needs 22 amps, but we're only set for 14 here, it'll go ahead and compensate, which is a really, really nice thing. So it'll pull that power from the batteries while it needs that load, so it's kind of combining. And then once that load drops off, it'll go ahead and just re-top off the battery juice that it used, which is really kind of a cool thing. So it's very simple. All you have to do is adjust this little control right here to limit the current, and you're set. So moochdocking is a great way to visit with family, enjoy your time with them, not impose too much, and save money on campgrounds and RV parks. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helps, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.